Okay.
We got one more minute.
We go. Do we?
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, mine just turned.
All right, here we
Okay.
go. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 28th, 2021. Time is 11 a.m. Officially calling this meeting to order. Attending are Commissioners Duncan and Filios in person. Joining us by phone, Commissioner Bill Brooks. Any changes to the agenda? Hearing none.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we
I'm
do
sorry,
have a
go ahead.
change. Number 3, the request for staff bonus of OEM is being postponed at this time.
Okay, so that's postponed. That's item 3 for OEM. Okay. We don't need a motion, do we?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, first item, let's go quickly. Ann Taylor, Public Defender, wage adjustment for Senior Investigator. Go, Ann.
Thank you. We hired this person and then the pay grade changed and now that person's being paid lower than the very bottom end of the pay grade. I'm requesting permission to adjust that person to the bottom level of pay grade.
And this is similar to as we were bringing new people on and they were being offered positions prior to October 1. And this one was just an oversight that fell through the cracks. So his effective date would be retro pay to October 13th, 2020 to 2330.3920 per hour. So it was just in all those schedules we evaluated, and our 800 and some employees, we just missed that one. So we
Okay.
need to rectify.
How much is the adjustment again?
It's about 23 cents.
Per hour?
Per hour.
39 cents.
That's
Oh,
fine.
sorry, 39 cents. Yes, 39 cents.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, retro to October 13th.
I got that.
Yep.
Okay. Concerns, questions?
We have to treat everybody fairly.
Amen.
So to deny that would be an issue.
Here you go. Bill, okay?
Yep, an oversight is an oversight.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the wage adjustment for the senior investigator position retroactive to October 13th of 2020 in the amount of $23.39.2.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Second item. Thank you, Ann. Request for temporary services. Our assessor, and I presume this has to do with the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Commissioners, Bela Kovacs, Kootenai County Assessor. We have been having some challenges, it's no secret, working on addressing those, and as a lot of people know, county government does not turn on a dime. Unfortunately, process is a little bit slow. The offices have been closed, as you know. Before I even took office, the county made decisions to respond to the governor's order, and offices have been closed. That was a decision made before I came, but we're looking at reopening things. We need to. The volume of work we need to open up the offices. The decisions were made prior to my arrival that voicemails did not exist in the DMV. We need to begin getting voicemails, taking messages. People need to call. We need to be able to communicate and do a better job of that. Mm-hmm. And so obviously that's going to have an impact on a body of work which had not been performed. Just to give the commissioners a heads up, we will be coming back this next budget year to ask for staff. We're estimating probably gonna need an additional 6 FTEs for the next year. But for now, we need immediate action, and in order to respond to that, we are requesting a supplemental increase to our budget to tap into the temp fund to contract and hire some temp workers for the interim, 2 personnel FTEs for a period of 6 months. The numbers and the information should be there in front of you. So we are respectfully requesting the board to make that approval.
Sure, it still leaves the temp pool with about little over 10,000 in
Fair amount of
there.
money,
And and contingency is always an option too.
And your organization perhaps, well, yours and the sheriff's with a driver license, or perhaps you're the front line. For most folks, you are the first people they deal with. And we're in the customer service business. I'm fine.
Yep, me too.
Bill, you okay?
Yeah, I have no problem. I come in the front door frequently in the morning and see lines of people waiting for various things. So I am perfectly okay. We need to get a hold of this problem and get it solved.
Fair enough. Motion.
I move that we approve two workers for the motor vehicle department out of the temp pool for 6 months.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. You're approved. Thank you so much.
Commissioners, thank you for your support.
You bet. Okay, moving on to our, well, I guess we skipped item number 3. IT KCSO, that's Information Technology for our Sheriff's Organization, division reorganization with increases.
I think we have these.
Yeah, we have them. We have them anyway.
Morning, Commissioners. James Martin for the record, IT. After 32 years, 20 of them in the IT department, our systems
Excuse me,
manager.
could we get closer to the
Yeah,
microphone,
yeah,
please?
yeah. James is too tall.
I have my boots on today as well. Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Our systems manager and our IT sheriff's technical division is retiring at the end of February. Would that give us an opportunity, the IT and sheriff's department, to relook at how the division is organized and come up with a better way, more efficient, put everybody in a better position to succeed. So what we did is we took the systems manager job description, whose main focus is to support the Spillman Public Safety System, which includes records, the jail, 911 center, patrol, Coeur d'Alene Fire, Coeur d'Alene Police, other EMS, the tribe, list goes on. Anyways, it's a very huge undertaking to support that system, far-reaching. It's definitely a full-time job for one person. So what we decided, came to an agreement on, is that that person should have law enforcement experience. So we would like to promote someone from within the sheriff's department to be the Spillman systems manager. That person would also report to the sheriff's office. It makes sense. It's law enforcement and public safety centric. The second part of that plan is to take that same job description of system manager and the responsibilities that included overseeing the day-to-day project management, oversight of the PC network specialist and day-to-day operations, and create a senior network PC specialist that would oversee the other two PC network specialists.
Okay, go ahead.
And that person would ultimately report to our network administrator. That'd give us unified vision for infrastructure across both campuses and support. There would definitely be return on investment having it set up in this way, in this structure. I can go through and read each bullet on the memo that you have, but the bottom line is it will save the county overall, if the proposal is approved, $2,263 annually. 64, excuse me, of A budget dollars. So if you'd like me to read through the bullets to go through specifically, I certainly can.
Any questions? Okay, so just very briefly, okay, I'm looking at the IT, we're not going to go into personalities here, but the IT systems manager retiring, that is the current, the 35.74 is the current rate?
I believe so. I know
That
the annual,
individual, okay,
yeah, 74,000 and some change annually.
Yeah.
okay, and is being replaced by?
We're going to rewrite that job description for a lower grade. We're
Okay.
predicting 55,000 would be the offering. So we would take the funding between the 74,000 and change and 55,000 to fund the proposal listed in the bullet statements in the memo.
Fair enough. Now, that savings that you would incur, is that reflected here or no? It is reflected, okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
$2,264 would be the annual savings of A budget dollars.
Okay.
Right. So my question is, does HR still need to review that to make sure the grade is correct?
Yes, we've submitted a job description already for the senior, and the sheriff's office will be doing the same for the system manager position.
Okay.
Spillman system manager.
We'll just need that approval from the commissioners to conduct that evaluation of that job.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so what you're doing then is you're essentially replacing or regrading the systems manager to a senior PC network specialist?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fair enough.
And taking some responsibilities off of that
Right.
position.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Bill, questions, concerns?
Nope, just a comment. I believe IT and specifically James thinks these things out very carefully before he presents them, and I appreciate it and I support this.
Leslie, okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Sure, go right ahead, Dan.
I just want to make sure that it's understood, and Sylvia, you should have the information as well, that we're taking a position that currently exists in our budget from the 911. It's not a 911 dedicated dollar position. It's being moved over there, and in the context of this change, and with some of the dollars that James is going to find that's surplus because of redoing the IT specialist or whatever it's called, that we're going to be taking $3,000 of his money and giving it to the person that's coming over that works for us. She's going to get a $3,000 a year pay raise out of that money. So I just, in good faith, I want to be able to tell her
It's
that.
calculated in here.
Calculated.
Correct. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure it's understood.
Okay,
so we
thank
can,
you.
in good faith, make the offering.
And it's my understanding that the Spillman System Manager position will need to be graded, correct? And a job description developed, so we
Yeah.
can work on that with the sheriff's office. And
That's correct.
IT.
Okay, so that any motion would be contingent on that? Is that correct? On the regrading, or is it not necessary?
They'll have
We'll
to
just-
come back before us if the regrading is terribly off from what
Okay, so
they've
then we'll just
projected.
go forward assuming it's okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We will still bring it to you and put it out to the electeds and so
Yeah.
forth as our
Okay.
typical
Policy.
That works.
policy 600 requires us to do.
Okay,
Ready?
yeah.
Go.
I move that we approve the KCSO division reorganization with increases outlined in the paperwork, understanding that HR will now go forth in solidifying the two job reclassifications.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, so moving on to our final item. Okay, so request for salary increase for Communication Services Administrator and Technician, KCSO, and I presume this deals with E911.
It does, sir.
Captain
Morning,
Crawford.
Commissioners. Ward Crawford for
Lieutenant
the record.
Lieutenant.
Commissioner Brooks, can you hear me okay over the phone?
Yes, just use your command voice, please.
As you say, sir. Again, good morning.
It's here. It's on the agenda. We can, when it's time, we can do that. Yep, yep.
I'm coming forward basically with a circumstance that's motivated, very powerful, in the fact that over the past week, our communication systems administrator, Colin McRoy, who you all know very well, presented me with the fact that he's been given a job offer by the Flathead County Sheriff's Office with some significant financial benefit and other things, forcing the reality of the fact if he leaves, what that's going to do to and basically gut our operation at 911. He's spent the last 5 years developing the knowledge and skill and talent of other stuff and the intricacies, and quite honestly, the brainchild behind most of what we actually function with in the 911 world at our center today. The loss of McRoy would literally be devastating. I know it's easy to throw those terms around, but this particular case is the textbook example thereof. In the wake of that, we sat and drafted a pay proposal in an effort to retain him. It was outlined in the memo presented to you, basically starting at that number and jumping up as outlined in there. I'm not sure what other potential questions can come from that, but that is the purpose for,
Okay.
literally, if we lose him, we're gonna, I have no idea, I can't even tell you what we're gonna do. The time and the effort and energy is.
So, Darren, this is Chris. I have a question for you. Since the individual was already named, I think it might be appropriate that we go into exec.
We're not-
Yeah, if you want to talk about yes, it would be, Chris.
Okay, so Do you want to talk about Colin's skills and,
I think we're gonna have to.
okay,
I think we're gonna have to.
They, it looks like they do from this letter,
Yeah,
okay,
Leslie.
okay, sounds good.
okay, go.
All right, I'm,
Since
Yeah,
Bill
go
and
ahead,
I are,
Darren.
can Bill call into Leslie or Chris's, one of your cell phones, and I can call into the other one? So we're off an open line?
yeah, so what I'll do is I will call Bill from the Star phone and I'll call you from my cell phone.
Okay, very good.
Okay,
All right, I move we enter into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 742061B.
I second the motion. Bill Brooks? Aye.
Aye.
aye, and the motion is carried. Entering into executive session with Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Darren Murphy. So the time is now 11:59. We're about to exit executive session. Is there a motion?
I'm sorry? 49. I move that we exit executive session. I also move that we approve a pay increase to $69,000 and with staff to proceed as discussed.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is approved for item 5 on our agenda. Public comment? Hearing none. 11:50, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.